What's up, people? It's Leah. Oh, hi, Lil. Come here, Layla. I want to see how many animals I can get in this video. This is Layla. Hi, Layla. Behind me, we've got Lily and Lewis. I'm sure we'll get more animals joining me today. If you don't follow me on social media, ma'am, can you come sit? If you don't follow me on social media, you may not know that I'm actually on vacation this weekend. I am in Arizona watching my sister's animals. There are 6 of them total, 3 dogs, 3 cats, all sweet, all rescues. You might hear a lot of background noise in this video, just to be aware, because there are a lot of animals roaming around. But because we can't do our normal cosplay video, I thought it would be fun to do an assumptions video. So I took to Instagram and I asked, what are some assumptions that you have about me? And y'all came through with a lot of assumptions. I'm excited to get through them and give you real insight into whether these assumptions are true or false. So let's get started and let's hope that we get joined by some furry friends throughout this video. Also, I know I'm probably covered in dog hair, just don't judge me. I really can't avoid it here. Well, hi Charlie. This is Charlie. This is Alice. Alice? Okay. No, not the camera. No, stay. Okay, chill. Dogs, Layla, must you stand right in front of the camera. Layla, go to bed. Go to bed, Layla. Ooh, go to bed. We're in the middle of something. Please. I'm never gonna get this done, am I? I'm gonna call this video Leah Pets Dogs for 20 minutes. Okay, Lay, you gotta go. Charlie, no, please, Layla. I've got to work. Aunt Leah needs to work. Go. You gotta sit nice or you gotta go. Come sit. Why must you do this right now? Making noise? Layla, go to bed. You wanna sit and cuddle? No one's much of a cuddler except for Alice. Alice is sitting right in front of me now. She's a little pit bull and she's so cute. I want to try to get her to my side over here, but Lily is making a lot of noise behind me. This is gonna be a disaster. Okay, let's get started with some. I'm taking that away. This is an empty bowl. Okay, took the bowl away. Goodbye. Oh, Layla's back. Go. We got Jack. Yes, all of them have made it into the video. Come here. I want you right here. But this is Alice. She's the sweetest. And we're gonna see Jack playing with the scratch board behind us. Shall we get to some assumptions, Miss Alice? The sweetest little girl in the whole world. Pit bulls, they're so scary. They're so ferocious. No, this is what a pit bull's like, everybody. Adopt, don't shop. You could get a sweet girl like this. Okay, into the video. I'd assume you had great interest in art of some kind. I actually have great interest in art of a lot of kinds. Actually, when I was a child, I started drawing. That was maybe like the first art that I was into was okay, bye. Okay, come back. That's maybe the first art that I was into was drawing. I used to buy manga books of like how to draw manga, and I would spend hours and hours perfecting that art. But when we're talking about the arts in general, I also sing. I obviously also act. So yeah, I am definitely into arts of not some kind, probably all kinds. That you're an absolute sweet person and the world could use more like you. That's so nice. I can't say that about myself, but I mean, I guess some people out there like me. So I guess I'm nice, mostly, sometimes. Am I nice? What do you think, Alice? Can the world use more of me? Alice disagrees. You sometimes get self-conscious about how your nail polish looks because of being BFFs with Kelly. Oh my gosh. I would actually say that I'm very good at painting my nails. I wish my nails were painted today so I could show you, but I was in a hot tub last night and it all came off in the hot tub. I'm actually more self-conscious around Kelly when my nails are not painted. If y'all don't know, Kelly is not only my podcast partner for It's All Geek to Me, but she's also my BFF and she's very into nail polish. She is the YouTube nail polish queen. But when my nails are unpainted and you could see if my cuticles are dry or if my nails are not being well kept for, which they normally aren't when they aren't painted, that's when I get self-conscious. You are a horror fanatic, that you wouldn't actually be a fan of horror as much as you actually are. So yeah, I would consider myself to be a really big fan of horror. I love the Hellraiser franchise. I love anything Stephen King. And if given the option to like go to the movie theaters, typically I would see horror. But with that being said, I haven't seen a lot of like the really big franchises. Like if you watched through my Vlogmas videos, that was me sort of experiencing some big franchises for the first time, but there's still so much I haven't seen. So even though I am a fan of horror, I don't know if I would call myself a fanatic necessarily. That you prefer art over Pennywise. Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't want to make people mad, but I might have to say that that assumption isn't true. I might have to say that I like Pennywise more than art. But it's a hard one because they both mean a lot to me in different ways. If you don't know, which you probably do know, Pennywise is from Stephen King's It. It was the first Stephen King book I ever read. Stephen King is my favorite author. I really love the It films, the new ones and the old miniseries. And so in that sense, Pennywise is really special to me because it did unlock a love for an author that, you know, I've read a lot of and I do consider to be my favorite. But then on the other hand, Art the Clown was part of the first feature film I was in, the first film in theaters. So Art the Clown is definitely special in a lot of ways to me, but Pennywise was sort of like the OG. I used to be afraid of clowns and I feel like Pennywise is what got me over that because I just thought it was so cool, that whole story and that whole world. But as far as like horror icons go, I think Art the Clown is the most inventive in his kills, aka Damien Leone is the most inventive in his kills. So that does make Art special too. So, I think if I have to say it, Pennywise over Art, but they're both the top two clowns in my life. You weren't expecting Terrifier 2 to get popular. I want to say that that assumption is partially true. I definitely knew it would get popular because it already was popular. Of course, I knew that Terrifier 2 was fan funded. And so if we were able to raise that much money just from fan support, I of course knew it was going to be popular. But did I ever expect it would be in theaters? Absolutely not. I thought no way could a film with this much blood and gore be in theaters. And then once it was going to be in theaters, it was supposed to get a 3-day run. Did I think that all of these news sources were going to pick it up and really make it this international sensation and keep it in theaters for months and months and months? Go to Brazil, go to England, go to all these different countries? No. Lily's touching my camera. Lily, honey, you want to come to my lap though? But no, I did not think it was going to be the sensation that it became. And that was really special. We have a cat now. More assumptions. She probably won't stay here for very long. You don't really like living in Vegas. I knew it. I actually love living in Vegas. It's interesting because I do in a lot of ways miss Brooklyn, but there's so much about Brooklyn I don't miss. Like I miss the vibes. I miss the energy. I miss the people. I don't miss the tiny apartments. I don't miss, there's like cat hair all over me. So many distractions in this video. I apologize. I don't miss the small apartments. I don't miss like the claustrophobic feeling there. You know, I love hiking. I love outdoor stuff. And so living in Brooklyn, not having a car, not having easy access to any sort of outdoor activities was really difficult for me. So being in Vegas in that sense has been a lot better. I haven't had like a ton of time to explore yet. Like I still have only been there a few months. I've been working a lot. I've been traveling a lot. So there's still a lot of exploring that I need to do. But I have to say at this point, I do feel like I really do love Vegas and I could see myself staying there for a really long time. So I would have to say that that assumption is incorrect. I do love Vegas. But if I became like a multi-millionaire overnight, I would live in New York. If I could get like a nice big bougie apartment, definitely. I lint rolled before this. There's no way that I'm still lint free after all these cuddles we've been having all video. I think you are secretly a party girl. I think that assumption is incorrect. I actually like barely drink. I definitely used to a lot more like when I worked in nightlife, but now that I don't know. I'm pretty over it. I don't really like to go to bars. You know, if I go out with my friends to like a public setting, I like it to be somewhere where we can hear each other talk. We're not like screaming over each other. But do I love dancing? Absolutely. In New York City, one of my favorite places to go was House of Yes, which was a really, really cool club in Brooklyn. It was very queer centered, which I love. Makes it a safe space to hang out in. They always had like cool performances and stuff. But, you know, I would go there and I wouldn't drink. So I can like party, have fun without being intoxicated. So I don't think that qualifies me as a party girl. But yeah, I do love dancing. I assume you aren't really into relationships. I would say that assumption is pretty true. I am definitely not very dating centered. I don't necessarily see myself getting married. I absolutely am not having kids. I really enjoy being on my own. I like living by myself. The thought of living with a partner seems like something that wouldn't be that fun. I don't know. I could change my tune, but the one thing I know I won't change my tune on is having kids. Like that's a for sure thing that won't happen. But maybe one day I'll change my mind about wanting to be in a committed relationship. But at this point, not really something I'm interested in. You plan everything meticulously and do very little spontaneously. That assumption is Incorrect. I actually am very spontaneous. I pride myself on that. One of the million reasons why I don't want to have kids is that I do like the freedom to be able to get up and go somewhere on a whim. You know, I used to take these long backpacking trips and I want to start doing it again now that the world is open up again. But I've taken trips where I've had 2 weeks planning time where I wake up one morning and I say, I want to go to Colombia. And then I book my flight. 2 weeks later, I leave. So I definitely would say I pride myself in my spontaneity. And even like throughout the day, you know, I'm my own boss. I work from home. I'm the only one kind of making sure that I'm getting stuff done. So I start the day with like a to-do list, but it's never like a very strict, like from 9 to 10, you do this. From 11 to whatever, you do this. Like it's all just sort of like, this is what needs to get done today. And I sort of work at my own flow, at my own pace. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm much of a meticulous planner. I'm definitely a procrastinator and I'm definitely a fly by the seat of my pants, spontaneous person. I bet you probably have a tattoo somewhere. I bet I probably have 7 tattoos somewhere. I have one on my hip. I have 2 on this rib cage. I have 1 on this rib cage. I have 1 on my thigh and I have 2 on my feet. But the ones on my feet, I actually do think I will get removed at some point. I didn't have a great experience getting them. The tattoo artist wasn't very nice. And then on top of that, it didn't really heal properly. I feel like I like the tattoos. They're my Star Wars tattoos. Hi, Jackie. They're my Star Wars tattoos. So I want to have something for Star Wars, but I want to have a better memory of it. And with these, it's like, number 1, they don't look good. And number 2, the memory of getting them was kind of tainted. So I could see myself getting them removed and getting them done somewhere else on my body. But the rest of them I like and will keep. I bet your favorite genre of movie is horror. I would say that's false, though horror is definitely up there. I think that sci-fi and fantasy are definitely my favorite genres, followed by rom-coms. Just kidding. I don't like rom-coms. That's probably my least favorite genre. And I can't think of a rom-com I've ever seen. But yeah, horror is definitely up there. I just am not like a fangirl for a lot of genres. Whereas like, you know, I have a Lord of the Rings tattoo. I've got Star Wars tattoos. I've got anime tattoos. I don't know if I would get a horror tattoo. I don't know if there's like a horror movie where I'd say, yeah, I'd get that tattoo. Maybe a little pinhead. I could see myself getting a little pinhead. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I would get a horror tattoo. We'll see. Maybe. You're snobby or stuck up. I wouldn't consider myself snobby or stuck up, but I feel like that's more for someone else to judge than me. So if you know me and you think that I'm snobby or stuck up, let me know so I can change my ways. I think your name is Leah. I'll never tell. Your last roommate was a total hottie. She was a total hottie and she loved Star Wars more than I did, which was fun. Miss ya. I always say I love living alone, but I do love my old roommate so much. She's the best and you're invited to visit me whenever you want. You are really good at flossing. False. I use a water pick because I'm really bad at flossing. And my dentist told me that water picks don't work as well as regular flossing. But then the next appointment I had, he was like, wow, you've been flossing a lot. And I was like, yeah, I have been, but I was using a water flosser. So maybe I should be a dentist. Bisexual. One word, no explanation. Well, no explanation needed. No, I actually would not consider myself bisexual, though I do consider myself a part of the queer community. I think my sexuality and my gender are very fluid. I think a lot of people's genders and sexualities are very fluid if you give yourself the freedom and the space to really consider it and explore that. But for me, labeling it has always felt like putting myself in a box. So sort of what I say is that just my ability to romantically love someone is not limited by gender in any way at all. I think your favorite rock band is Slipknot. That is false. I don't even think I've ever listened to any Slipknot, but my favorite band is 9 Inch Nails because my favorite album is The Downward Spiral. That album came to me at a very important point in my life and I feel as though it holds a lot of meaning for me. And really just everything 9 Inch Nails puts out is incredible. Favorite live show I've ever been to. It was like transformative. It was insane. So good. That you keep a bowl of pretzels in the bathroom. This is a Twitch joke. Anyone from my Twitch streams will understand this. One time when I was Twitch streaming, I said I'd be right back because I had to go to the bathroom. And when I came back, I had a bowl of pretzels. So everyone was like, ooh, Leah keeps pretzels in her bathroom. But no, I just went to my kitchen to get the pretzels after I went to the bathroom before I came back to the stream. And everybody now is like hashtag potty pretzels every time I go to the bathroom or bring back pretzels because they're my favorite snack. Stop licking my face. Thank you, Layla. And no, I do not keep pretzels in my bathroom. You seem so nice and understanding. Oh, thank you. Again, I feel like that's something that other people would have to judge over me. but I do consider myself to be a pretty understanding person. I've been really trying to like kill people with kindness these days, especially when it comes to like human rights issues and politics. If I meet someone who doesn't agree with me and I feel like there is some way to get them to see my side of things, I'd rather kill them with kindness rather than saying like, no, I'm cutting you off. You're not going to be a part of my life because you don't agree with me. I feel like that can be really toxic, and that's sort of like a culture that we've entered into where it's like if someone doesn't agree with you, people will cut you out of their lives. And I think in some instances that sort of finality is necessary, but in a lot of instances it's not, and people can learn and grow, and I like to be in a position to teach people as much as possible. So I do try to be very understanding whenever possible. And if anybody is a fan of the YouTube channel Jubilee, they're kind of the channel that made me kind of feel that way and be more understanding, be more empathetic, and find the good in all humans, or most humans. So if you have a chance, check out Jubilee's YouTube channel. They're really great. That you like pineapple on pizza and that makes you one of us, one of us. I am not one of you. I do not like pineapple on pizza. I do not like sweet and savory things together. It really, it's so icky to me. But something I do like is sweet and savory things at the same time, but separately. So eating a little bit of salty, eating a little bit of sweet, back and forth, but together in the same bite. I do really love olive on pizza though. So if you love olive on pizza, then you are one of us, one of us. Are you an alien because of your green hair? I'm not an alien. I'm a human. I'm not a robot. I promise. If anyone tells you otherwise, I'm not a robot. Beep, boop, beep. You didn't hear that. I'm not a robot. I swear. I'm a human. I'm a human girl. You're old AF. That's rude. I'm actually 30. I used to be really scared to be in my 30s, but now that I'm here, I'm like, heck yeah, 30s. Let's go, baby. I'm really excited to be in my 30s, especially because I know I look 24. So I can still play those younger roles. Not that 30 is old. 30 is not old. And anyone who says it is lying to you. I feel like 30 is like being in your 20s, but you know more about yourself and you have more money. Well, I don't have more money. I actually have less money, but neither here nor there. I'm doing what I love, so money doesn't matter. I know so much about myself. I feel very grounded in who I am and the things I want in my life. And I think that's what the 30s are. And I'm really excited to continue in this decade of my life. You're into astrology. I do think that astrology is really fun. I don't know how much I believe it, but I do think that it can give you a lot of insight into your life. And I also do think I possess a lot of the Leo qualities, which is my star sign. So I don't know. I don't know how much stock there is in astrology, but I do think it's really fun and I definitely don't scoff at it. I'm maybe at like 50-50 on astrology. Leah, you are amazing, awesome. I adore you, queen. Thank you. Not an assumption, but I appreciate it. I assume you're too pretty to be true. I assume that that's not true, but thank you again. My assumption is you're doing Cover Song Friday to get us ready for your future music album. That's an interesting assumption. No, I'm definitely not trying to do an album this year. I do have 3 songs out on Spotify, but they're all pop songs. I was sort of like making music in the mentality of like what would be sort of like easy listening to market it to like, you know, sell for licensing for film, TV, anything like that. But the truth is it didn't really make me that happy making music that way. I also don't feel like I allowed myself to have as much creative control as I should have. And that's not saying that the team I was working with didn't give me creative control, but I was sort of like being a yes man and sort of working at my own detriment. You know, I didn't really give enough notes, I don't think, to change things and really curate it the way that I wanted to. And just like performing live was really stressful, promoting shows and stuff like that. That part I really did not enjoy, but I have been toying with the idea of making more original music. But if I did it again, I definitely would do it differently. I would work in pop punk. I would work with my buddy CJ, who I did the Clown Cafe cover with. I definitely want him to produce anything that I put out. And I would not perform live shows. I would maybe do a live stream Twitch to perform the songs, but I definitely wouldn't do anything live in person. It's just way too stressful for me. But yeah, I have been toying with the idea of putting out maybe like a 4-song EP sometime this year. So you heard it here first. Hold me accountable for that, people. You seem like a pretty chill person to hang out with. If I ever left my apartment, maybe that would be true. No, I think I'm pretty chill. I think I'm a fun guy. I think I'm a fun guy. You're antisocial. I would not consider myself antisocial, but I would consider myself an introvert. I definitely do enjoy being around my friends and hanging out and stuff. I do get anxious in big crowds, but I wouldn't say I was antisocial. I do enjoy socializing. I just don't get energy from socializing. I get energy from being alone. I assume your favorite color is orange. You would be correct. That was actually the example assumption that I gave on Instagram when I posted this. I said, you would say my favorite color is green, and then I would say, no, my favorite color is orange, and my favorite color actually is orange, inspired by Sailor Venus, the orange Sailor Scout from Sailor Moon. You love all animals, but especially birds. Another Twitch joke coming up to get us. As you can see, I do love animals. I pet a lot of animals in this video, but I do not like birds. I'm really scared of birds. I don't like them near me. I will scream. Literally, I was in a car today and there was like a flock of birds flying overhead outside of the car and I screamed. Birds are scary. Do not like birds at all. And I talk about that on Twitch sometimes. I think you find corn dogs gross. This assumption would be true. I do not like corn dogs. I'm a vegetarian, but prior to being a vegetarian, wasn't a big hot dog fan. Didn't really understand corn dogs. Yeah, not a fan. I assume your character was just a part of Sienna's Dream, but hope to see you in T3. I think that Damien gave a ton of insight on that in the commentary on the Blu-ray. Yes, she definitely was part of Sienna's Dream. The nurse was real though. Will I be in T3 though? Who's to say? Def didn't expect you to be a Jewish queen. Yes. So I guess the assumption was that I wouldn't be a Jewish queen, but it turns out I am a Jewish queen. Yeah, I definitely knew that if I had a platform on the internet that I would be openly Jewish. I definitely do not judge people who aren't, but I felt like because I was comfortable doing so, I sort of had an obligation to for people that are less comfortable being openly Jewish on the internet. I know it can be a scary thing to do. There's a lot of hate out there. There's a lot of anti-Semitism, and I just wanted to play my part in helping other people maybe be more comfortable doing it or exposing people to Judaism who maybe have not had an opportunity to meet any Jewish people in their lives. And I really especially love connecting with people who enjoy my content that are Jewish. And I feel the appreciation from them about me being openly Jewish. And I know that me choosing that to be openly Jewish on the internet does help people because they've told me. And that really means a lot to me. And yeah, I'm gonna continue fighting the good fight for my people, as well as any other marginalized group that exists and gets hate. And that is the end of the assumptions that we're gonna be doing today. Thank you so much for anyone who submitted one. That was a lot of fun. I like hearing what y'all think about me. I like talking horror. I like talking about myself. No one said the assumption, I think you're a humble queen, because I'm not a humble queen. I do like talking about myself. But yeah, that was a fun time. Thank you for anyone who sent in an assumption. I definitely will do more videos like this in the future, in between my cosplay videos. Anytime I'm doing something exciting or want to stop in for a Q&A, I definitely will. Next week, I am going to a horror convention, CreepyCon in California. So you can expect a vlog from that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let me know in the comments if you're going to be there. I would love to meet you. A few other people from the Terrifier cast are going to be there as well. Lauren, Elliot, Damien, Dave, I think is going to be there too, as well as Catherine and Jenna from Terrifier 1, which is very exciting. So we'll have our normal cover video on Friday and we'll be back at it Monday with another vlog. Thank you so much for enjoying my content. If you haven't yet, make sure that you like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below with some thoughts on the video. It helps me reach more people. Lewis, can you just like be quiet for... And I will see you in the next one. Peace out.
Let it go. 얼어붙어 like whoa. 띵하고 어지러워. I see. 한여름에도 난 겨울. Yeah, 가요 cold. Yeah, 너와 있을 때 I swear. 제가 먼저 zero 폭설한 그 chill day.